Imagine you are a woman in her childbearing years. You decide you want to start using birth control to prevent pregnancy, since you are not in a good situation for bringing a child into the world. The cost is higher than you expected, but you gather the money eventually and trust the medication prescribed to you. You take the medication as directed, but decide to take a pregnancy test to make sure the birth control is being effective. Upon taking the birth control and the pregnancy test, you are surprised. It says you're pregnant. Your life is quickly changed as your birth control failed you and forced you into motherhood. This scenario, along with many others, is more common reality than many may think, and it is treated as a minor inconvenience to pharmacies, even though it could change a woman's entire life. According to the Office of Women's Health, in the United States, 62 million women are in their childbearing years, which is ages 15 to 44. About 70% of them are at risk of unintended pregnancy. Because women typically use contraceptive more than a third of their lives, having safe and effective options is important. Birth control can have many side effects and faults that prove it is not safe or effective to take. In 1988, for example, the FDA withdrew birth control pills with more than 50 micrograms of the female hormone estrogen, after reports of an increased risk for rare but fatal blood clots. From this, you can imagine the amount of women who now struggle with fatal blood clots due to this inconvenience. Health concerns are not the only issue. There is also high costs hindering women from getting their birth control. According to Bedsider, unplanned pregnancies cost U.S. taxpayers $12 billion a year. This would be prevented if they had easier access to it. In Canada, they have already begun moving toward free birth control. According to the Canadian Press, in a position statement released Thursday, the Society says that access to contraception is a basic human right, and the direct cost of unintended youth pregnancies probably exceeds $125 million a year. Along with the unplanned pregnancies, there tends to be a large uprise in abortion rates as women choose they are not ready for a child. With these facts in mind, we can see that unplanned pregnancies and health issues with birth control create a disruption in many people around the globe. It may even personally harm someone you know, as I do. The best solution we could have to these issues in our society is to make birth control more effective and provide better research that is free of cost. A new study by investigators at Washington University reports that providing birth control to women at no cost substantially reduces unplanned pregnancies and cuts abortion rates by a range of 62 to 78% compared to the national rate. This proves that the change of making it free would provide our solution. Practicing our democracy is the most vital step in the process of making a change to this issue. I'm asking you to decide if this cost cut on birth control would create a change you'd want to see in the world. If you believe it would, you must make sure to participate in your democracy and be on the side of cutting birth control costs. This will prevent our current problems. So, what would the future look like if we do not make any changes to how we research and administer birth control now? Well, we would continue to have high rates of medical issues and abortions. If further research is not done and the costs remain the same and high for birth control in America, many women will struggle with unplanned pregnancies and further backlash experienced if they choose to have an abortion. Our tax dollars would continue to be heavily impacted by unplanned pregnancies. This results from ineffective birth control and limited access to it due to the high costs, and not everyone can afford the high cost of this birth control. This could continue to impact our future and country negatively. This could also affect future generations who have unplanned pregnancies and face backlash from wanting an abortion or anything like that. So we have to use our voice to make a change on this matter, or everything will stay the same. We will have health issues, blood clots, and unwanted children. This is the way we can change the voices of America and make sure that everybody has a planned pregnancy and reduce health issues. Thank you.